Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for joining the Justice for George Floyd Charity Invitational. Last week, I reached out to all of you with the idea that we could raise a little money and draw a little bit of attention to certain bailout charities, including and especially the Minnesota Freedom Fund, to which we have all donated in order to participate in this league. The purpose of this video is for me to thank you all and also set the draft order for our upcoming draft. Reminder, there's going to be a third round reverse, so if you're first overall, maybe that's good, maybe that's not. We're going to have to see. But I'd like to go through this list and by way of introducing you to each other, if you don't know each other, and just to convey my thanks, I'd like to thank you one by one. My first thanks goes to my friend Pete Overzet, who is the first person I invited to this league. I reached out to him last week and I didn't hear back right away. And as it turns out, he had spent several hours finding the perfect song to lip sync to in order to convey his interest. I think he eventually said he was down, 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 which I thought was a good choice. I also reached out to Evan Silva. Thank you very much, Evan. You were a quick yes as well. Guys, Evan thought it was a dynasty league, and he was disappointed when I said it was a best ball. And I said, why do you want a dynasty so bad? And he said, oh, well, I wanted to take something, create it, nurture it from the ground up, and then at the height of its popularity, abandon it to Rotopat. So, sorry, Evan, it's not a dynasty. Good luck. Matt Kelly, thank you, Matt. He was another quick yes. Matt and I go way back. He said he was really, really eager to continue his acts of charity. And I said, what do you mean continue? Are you donating to other causes? And Matt said, oh yeah, I single-handedly moved Keyshawn Vaughn into the first round instead of the third round where he belongs. Special thanks to Curtis Patrick. Curtis was a quick, honey smooth baritone, yes. But as a part of his contract with RotoViz, I have to mention that Curtis Patrick is powered by RotoViz, whatever that means. Rotopat, thank you, Pat. It was nice of you to pause your work ghostwriting Bill Belichick's autobiography to draft with us. So thank you. Thank you. And who could forget degenerate gamblers, Pat and Mike Carrain. They're thrilled that at least some of their money will be going to a good cause for once. Thanks, guys. Thanks to you both. Matt Harmon. Matt Harmon only agreed to do this league if I promise not to tell everyone that he's been breaking quarantine to get that beautiful fade every 2 weeks since March. Matt, you're not fooling anybody. You didn't cut that yourself. Of course, Sean Siegel is here in the league. He said he would only participate if Isaiah Thomas was not invited. Sorry, Isaiah. You gotta pick one. Mike Beers, happy to have you, Mike. Mike Beers joined this league on accident. He thought it was an MFL 10. Thank you, Mike. Kevin Cole, he's well known for his work in data science. But if you ask me, his biggest achievement to date is being frequently retweeted by Mina Kimes. How do you do it? How do you do it, Kev? I told Pat Thorman this was a fundraiser to keep Eli Manning out of the Hall of Fame. And so he donated $10,000. Thanks, Pat. And last but not least, I'm excited to co-host my team with Devin McIntyre, who plays the Ed McMahon role on the Solis Report. If Devin's picks are anything like his jokes, few people will understand them, and those that do will be upset about it. All right, without further ado, I'm going to do the Scott Fish thing, and let's do share screen here. We're going to do the 100-yard rush, because I don't have a hat handy for the hat drawing. So I'm assuming you guys can see this. Got your names here. Let's just see what happens. Okay, just gonna shuffle them all up. No luck adjustments. And let's go normal speed. Here we go. Start the rush. All right, looks like Pat Thor. Oh, no. Roto Pat is out in front. The Cranes making a push at the top. Oh, giant surge from Matt Harmon. Mike Beers coming up just behind. Sean Siegel has barely left. He has barely left the starting line. Sean, you've got to run. What is going on here? Thorman with a strong lead. Cranes tearing up the sideline. My goodness. Doherty making a push. Silva stagnating in the second lane, the number 2 lane. Kev Cole making a push at the bottom. Man, these guys are all relatively slow. I don't know why Scott Fish likes this format so much. Wow, giant rush from Evan Silva there. He's really establishing the run. Cheap joke. I don't care. Mike Beers with a commanding lead. It's looking like he's going to get the number 1 overall pick. I mean, come on, guys, run it out. These are all football sprites. Why are they just pausing for no reason? All right, there we have it. Beers is number 1. On Eternity Passes, Evan Silva with the number 2 pick. Rotopat just behind Matt Harmon, Pat Thorman. The Cranes narrowly edge out Curtis Patrick, who should be number 7 if he'll just fall into the end zone. Okay, there you go. With the John Elway dive into the end zone, Curtis Patrick. Matt Kelly just edges out Pete. Devin and I are in 10th. Kev Cole at 11. And Sean Siegel bringing up the rear with the 12th pick. Folks, there's your draft order. Thank you again for participating. Let's make it a fun draft. And thank you again for donating to such a good cause.